أسير أسير في سجونهم حقير أسير في غياهبهم أسير أسير في سجونهم حقير.
Damachi, Ali Sharaf Damachi. Now he is held in Ireland, and what happened is the allegation, and this is another conspiracy theory again, allegation is that he had communications with someone in America. I won't mention who because it's ongoing and it's baseless. And they came to visit him a year later. So he was, I think he was arrested this year, March this year, and we're talking about the end of 2009. They came to visit him, and then the FBI, when they returned back to America, they talked to this person, and this person continued communications. I don't understand why they continued communications with him, but this landed him in trouble. With this case, it goes to show that with the war on terror, it's not that the Americans have anything on anyone. It's just that they know people. So it goes back to conspiracy theories again. Because they know someone, then that makes you guilty. And the only way they can get a Muslim is through another Muslim. I've seen that so many times, that in the cases I've seen and the cases other people have worked on, that the only way they can get someone, or that person comes under their radar, is because of another Muslim. And it's that simple. So if we're united, and we're backing each other up, they can't do these things to us. But unfortunately, we're not. And certain brothers and sisters in circumstances of torture, etc., you can't blame them. In other situations, there's other pressures and so forth, and people acquiesce. And then the third case I want to talk about is detainee Y. I'm not sure whether I can give you the name. There was some issue with the government appealing whether you can give the name or not, although it's in public. Detainee Y, he's under house arrest. Now, he's allowed 4 hours out, but I think that's the exception to the rule, so I call it house arrest. They can call it whatever they like. They call it immigration bail order or something like that, but it's house arrest. And he's only allowed 4 hours out, and there's other restrictions. He's placed in a house very far from friends, and his family is not in this country, and so forth. When I was speaking to him, and to a lesser degree, I'm speaking with Faraj Hassan in Rajun. I came to realize, like all the cases, like I said, that I've been dealing with, is that their situations are worse than my situation. Now, the thing about detainee Y, he's under house arrest in Britain. Our situation in Guantanamo was you're either detainee and you're wearing orange, or you're a soldier and you're in your camouflage uniform, etc. And that's the only comparison. Whereas detainee Y, he looks outside of his window and he sees people going to work, people with their families, people having their gatherings and so forth. He sees normal life, which was not what we saw. Now, if you understand inequalities, you understand that inequalities, I did social policy, so I'm going to bring this in. Inequalities, they're a cause of a lot of, they can cause health problems. In a society that's unequal, because people are comparing to other people, it puts a lot of psychological stress on that person. Now, in Guantanamo, we don't have that psychological stress. Because I remember Muadhan Beg, he's told me a story. He once told a soldier that he basically said to him that, I'm the detainee, but you're the loser, which is the reality. So there's not much comparison there, because you're not gonna be jealous of whatever they had, being soldiers, etc. But for detainee Y, that's a different situation. So with these case studies, my experience of doing the casework is basically that what I'm looking upon is people who are in a worse situation than myself, and that really has helped me to deal with what I've gone through, and put it in focus. Now, what I want to ask you is that I'm not only a caseworker for Cage Prisoners, I'm a volunteer coordinator, is that whatever reservations you have for volunteering, I think you need to ask yourself why you haven't volunteered, because I believe the fitrah in this situation would push you to volunteering. And you may have some kind of issues, whatever, about volunteering with Cage Prisoners. Some of you might not be capable, etc. But we do have a volunteer program in place, and as a volunteer coordinator, inshallah, I'd like you to volunteer. and have first-hand, knowledge and experience of these cases, and deal with these brothers, and understand the war on terror, and what the brothers and sisters are suffering, in the same way that, inshallah, I'm coming to understand as well. Barakallahu feek, jazakallahu
Jazakallah khair, Feroz. It takes a lot to come up here and speak, especially about your own experience, and we greatly appreciate you doing that, and also highlighting the cases of those who really, subhanAllah, have nothing else to turn back to.
تكاد نفوسنا شوقا تطير